the manuscripts of Josephus, they themselves do not date to the time of Josephus, and the historians consider it to be something that is questionable. And there was another man, Tacitus, and the same applies to both, that they were not eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
So all those Christians,
lived in Rome.
Yeah.
Like,
and even Josephus, even though he was a Jewish historian, he was still not an eyewitness.
Yeah.
Yes, because the important thing is this: if there was none of the authors who wrote about him, whether in the Bible or outside the Bible, then what does that tell us? That we don't have any eyewitness accounts. Yes, and that is quite crucial, quite important. Yes,
but there are some things that don't have any eyewitness accounts but still happen. Right?
Well, then they can be taken with whatever that is. Sometimes, for example, you can use deductive reasoning to get to a certain thing. However, when we use deductive reasoning for Jesus Christ being crucified, the point comes to the point that which really matters the most is this: that why did he get why did none of the authors wrote it about it? Why did the early Christians differ about him? There were many early Christians who did not believe he got crucified. Yes? Because there were quite a few at least. The Arians, they did not believe that.
What did they believe?
They believed, for example, that Jesus, whether it was agnostics, the Gnostics.
The Gnostics?
Yeah, the
Gnostics
Gnostics.
say the man of Jesus got crucified.
The Gnostics, they believe the guy was crucified by the resemblance of Jesus.
Right.
Yes?
But they
So
still say
there was an
there was a
appearance
man
of crucifixion.
called Jesus.
No, what I'm saying, they believe that there was an appearance of someone being crucified, or another man resembling Jesus Christ being crucified. And these are early Christians. This is way before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. By the way, in the Quran and the Hadith, we actually believe the same thing. That there was a crucifixion, yes, and people thought that it appeared to them that he was crucified, that Jesus was crucified. But he was neither killed nor crucified, and Allah raised him to himself.
I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, I know you're talking.
But I do believe that Jesus was crucified.
Well, that's your prerogative. Because you see, this is what many historians do. They believe certain things just because it's become popular. But when we ask them
I think there's good arguments.
what is the good argument? Go on.
Okay. Well, the Romans crucified a lot of people, right?
Yes, they do.
It was a common punishment, right? And it was reserved for particular crimes, right? Like
Which is?
sedition, plotting against the state. You would be crucified. And from all the evidence that we have, you agree that Jesus was a real person who really lived?
Yeah, of course. I know he existed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a Muslim otherwise.
Right, okay. And like he lived in Palestine at the time the New Testament says he did, right? And he preached, right? And one of the things that he was preaching was that the Roman Empire was going to be overthrown.
I don't think he was preaching that. Because the allegation made against him that he was a king of the Jews.
Yeah.
So because this kingship is basically now you're now a threat to the state. If anybody considers themselves to be the king besides the Caesar, is now a threat to the state.
Yeah.
So it is for that reason that he was crucified, not like Paul when he said earlier, it is because he was
but you just said
saying he was the son of God. No, this is what they say the reason he was crucified.
Yeah. So if we go with that and say that he said he was king, then
So he was killed. Who was killed?
Jesus.
No, but this is what people say. It's not, like I said, look, people, when they saw someone being crucified on the cross, they assumed that was Jesus Christ. And everyone then said that this is Jesus Christ who got crucified. However, there were people who were early Christians who disbelieved that.
Yeah.
Yes?
How do you think Jesus died?
I think he didn't die at all. That's what the Quran says.
Really?
So he was neither killed nor crucified. This is in chapter 5, 147, 148 in the Quran. And he was raised to God. That means he ascended to God.
So he's still alive up there.
Yes, he's still alive. And because Allah has got a job for him to complete, a second phase of his role, which is the second coming of Jesus. As a Muslim, I believe that.
Okay.
We believe that he's going to come in the second coming, and this alive Jesus, which we call Isa alayhi salam, will come and he'll rule over the people, and then the people who are believers, the Muslims, and I think the Christians at that time will realize that they were believing the wrong thing all this along, and then they will also, I think many of them will accept Islam. Obviously there's going to be exceptions here. And yes, so this is in the second coming, is the main purpose of Jesus is to kill the Antichrist. The Antichrist will make a claim that he's the Messiah, and Jesus will then come and kill him, and that is his task complete, and then he'll live, and he'll rule as a king, as a caliph, over the people, and there'll be harmony in that time. And this is, I think, at that time the Jews will, some of them will accept and many will reject as well. So just like the Jews rejected him during the time of Jesus when he came in his first coming, they'll also reject him in the second coming.
I find that a lot harder to believe than the idea that he preached against God.
Well, do you believe in God? Then how do you find? How would you believe all this? You wouldn't. You'll find everything hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yes, because as a non-believer, as an atheist or an agnostic, atheist, you'll find it hard to believe. Just like I find it hard to believe. You guys believe the universe came from nothing. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, that's a fairy tale. Okay. This might be fairy tale to many atheists. So I guess we are even.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
With Jesus coming in second coming, and the fact that he's not dead, right? Does that make him the final prophet?
No, he's not. Because
not dead, is
a
he?
final prophet is the one who came at the end, not the one who came and lived before. Sorry, who came before and then his life was prolonged.
Jesus
Right,
didn't
it's
die.
prolonged.
So his life is prolonged doesn't mean
he was
that.
born before.
Sorry?
Because he was born before.
Yeah, of course.
How
Yeah.
come
Because
Jesus didn't die but Muhammad?
in fact, when he comes during the second coming, he has to follow the Sharia of Muhammad. In fact, there's a hadith which Prophet ﷺ said that if Moses was in my time, then he will have no choice but to follow me. So you see, the Sharia is basically based on the time of the coming of the Prophet. So during his prophethood, his Sharia or his ruling is the one that applies, not the previous messengers. It supersedes that. So during the time of Moses, the previous prophets' Sharia of Abraham and Jacob and so on, of Abraham and so on, they were basically superseded by Moses' Sharia. And the same applies with Jesus with regards to with Muhammad Sharia. Okay? No problem. Take care of it. Alright, Jazakallah khair. So yeah, our friend Paul came back for a few minutes. Nothing changed. Still not listening. Still stuck with the same question, even though he's been responded. Unfortunately, I've noticed this from many Christian missionaries in the park, at least from the experience I have. Okay, they'll keep bringing up the same thing. I think Jay Smith had a really nasty habit of doing it as well. He would repeat the same thing over and over and over again, even after Mansoor destroys him about the Qiblas in Petra and so on. Yes, they keep bringing up the same thing. Recently, he was really troubled by BBC reporting about an early mosque that they found in Palestine. Yes, 1200 years old masjid. Yes, I think it's 1400 years old masjid, depending on how you take the dating. Yes. So anyway, they should really do the research, listen, and give a critique of what has been refuted, rather than just repeating the old thing that has been refuted. So anyway, with that we conclude. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.